Persevering is a very, very big word that I've recently have been looking into more, and not specifically the definition, because like every word, there's definitions to every word, and it just means what it is. But if you look deeper into it and start relating words to your situations, you end up realizing that sometimes certain words have more deeper meaning than what they mean in situations that you're in. And it's a very beautiful thing because for a long time in my life, I felt like I might not know what I'm doing, but I know that I'm gonna do something. So I kept going. I kept going. When things got bad, when certain situations I was in where I had to lose certain things, lose certain privileges as like things because of my own actions, not because of anything else, because of my own actions, I was unintentionally persevering through that too. Well, I guess intentionally because I just kept going, but unintentionally, the word persevere was the meaning of what I was doing during those times. And it's crazy because once you get to a certain point where you start doing better, you start improving. It's almost like certain things that you've used to get to that point, you almost like not forget, but it starts kind of going towards that way, going towards like the opposite way because you almost feel like, oh, you got it down packed, everything's gonna go the way it's supposed to, and then boom, you get hit again. Life hits you again, smacks you one time. And then you go back to the same thing, and that's where like me personally, I haven't been really like journaling much. I've been wanting to, but I also have a very, very good memory, so remember certain situations and remember certain emotions. And this time around, when I got smacked by life, I remember that specific time in my life when I was like 18, 19, trying to do things a certain way and it didn't work out. But I remember just continuing on. And don't get me wrong, during those times, I was also doing a lot of indulging in a lot of negative habits that didn't serve me no good. So in a sense, was I persevering or was I just numbing myself with things that I was doing? I'm not sure. That's kind of like just the way my life played out. But now that I have a better understanding of certain things and how certain things affect me and how certain things play a part in where I'm going to be at, I decided to choose to not to indulge in certain habits no more and decide to do the other thing. And I know it's very, very clear, do the right thing, get right results, get good results, but it's not always clear to people. And I'm sure a lot of y'all could relate to that. It's not always clear what's the right thing to do. Even though people will say, oh, this is the right thing to do, you do this, you do that. It's easier said than done, let's be honest. But it doesn't make it an excuse either. Like I said it in one of my videos and I made it to a short on YouTube. You probably go look for it. Uh, I just kind of said, just because you're broke, you don't got to be average. And if you think about that simple saying more deeper into it, you realize that a lot of people do that. And I'm not talking down on nobody. I'm just simply saying, like, it's almost obvious what's the problem and then you still ignore it. I think that's the problem with a lot of people nowadays. And I understand situations, circumstances, but we got to get to a point where we change that, where we go through things, we are not where we want to be at. And a lot of people are waking up to that, and a lot of people are doing it already. This is for the people that aren't doing it and are thinking of improving themselves, thinking of ways they want to be better, thinking of the positions they put themselves in, and then think like, damn, I'm tired of being here. I'm tired of being in this position. I'm tired of waking up feeling like this. You got to get to a point where you really self-reflect on everything that you're doing and start physically writing down the things that work for you and things that are not good for you. And you gotta start weeding out things little by little. Like literally just start knocking out things. I get it. Not everybody could stop doing everything bad at one time. It's not a problem. Like certain people could, certain people can't. Me personally, I stopped doing a bunch of things just like almost off the top immediately because of the fact of my necessity for improvement, necessity to be in a different position because of life circumstances. It is what it is. Not everybody has that pressure on them, but I would advise someone out there that is going through that, maybe not have that kind of pressure on them, to do that, to throw yourself out there, put yourself in a position where your back's against the wall. And this might not be the best advice for everybody, so I'm not saying everybody do this and go do this and that. I'm just saying for the people that could relate to it, because this is what I did. I threw myself out there and it was swim or sink at that point, you know. And I'm still in that position right now, but trying to build businesses, trying to invest in certain things, trying to see what works and what doesn't, uh, trying to do multiple things in one time. But in a sense, it's a blessing because you discover yourself. You kind of discover things that you didn't really deal with before when in those situations. And it's a beautiful thing because it's something no one could ever tell you about. No therapist, no person that knows you could ever tell you the things that you know you're dealing with, things that you got to get past, things that are affecting you in your current day, in your current life. Being in the positions where you're really, really like, oh shoot, I got to do something. Like all the doubt, all the those belittling thoughts that your minds give us of you're not meant for it, you're not worth it, you can't do this, you can't do that, comes out in those times. And you could choose to dwell in them and try to numb your thoughts away, numb your emotions away, or you could face them head on. And I'm speaking for this go out to everybody really. No, there's no specific gender on this, but I'm just saying in this position, like I'm just saying it this way, you can face it head on like a man and make sure you deal with it, or you could let it get the best of you. And understand too that just because you do let it get the best of you for a certain point or a certain time, it doesn't mean that has to determine what you are. Like say you fail, you have a goal and you do things and you fail, it doesn't make you a loser. Just keep going, just keep trying, just keep persevering through those times, through those trials and tribulations, through the things that you're trying to change. Keep going. Don't let it become like a thing where like I already messed up, I'm gonna go back down that cycle, because I've been there. I told myself I'll try to change and do things, fall back into it, almost forget the whole reason why I even stopped doing it, and then just continue doing it. And then I finally get to a point where it piles up on top of each other, and then back to the square one where like I want to quit again, and it just becomes a nonstop thing where like I just start judging myself and really, really like downplaying myself and how far I've gotten because of the simple fact that I messed up off a goal that I had. And by any means, I'm not saying this is an excuse or it changes the situation that I failed, but it wasn't a failure, it was a lesson. So just kind of, I'm for the most part right now, I'm gonna keep these messages short because I want to get to the point where if you guys want to see like an hour long podcast, it's just me just talking and just kind of speaking my mind, then I'll get to that point. For now, I'm gonna just keep it very short and simple. You know, like that Kiss saying goes, keep it simple, stupid. So I'm gonna just do that for now. But whoever needs to hear this right now, because I need to hear this too, just keep persevering, keep going. It doesn't matter who or what likes you or happens to you. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. That's where we gotta change our way we think, the way we approach things. Things don't happen for you. They don't happen to you. They happen for you, good and bad. There's always a perspective to everything. There's always something at the end of the tunnel that we're not seeing yet because we're in the beginning of the tunnel. So see it through, like see it through all the way through. Get to the end of the tunnel and see it, at the end of the tunnel, see the light. Just because you see a little success, see a little good, doesn't mean you stop improving yourself. It doesn't mean you fall off the course of what you're actually trying to attain. And that's like the best version of yourself, because money can't do that. Nothing in this physical realm can make you the best version of yourself. It's all internal. But yeah, man, hope you guys enjoy this little short thing. Keep persevering. 2023 is around the corner. Like we about to go crazy with all this stuff. And like I said, anybody wants to interact with me, just tap in with the comments. Shoot me a message on there. If you want to spark a convo or just kind of just run things by each other. Like, I'm always down to meet new people and like make new friends and maybe kind of get perspectives from other people. Just shoot a comment down there, shoot your email, and we'll chop it up. But yeah, it's your boy Lou, and I'm out.